All right, here we are. It's the closed qualifier finals between Alpha Pro Gaming and Team Red here in KOD League Season 4. Get right on into this draft, and we take a look at both sides. Their bans. For the side of Alpha Pro Gaming, they've banned out Bat Rider, Underlord, Darkseer, Puck. And for the side of Team Red, they've banned out Lifestealer, Drow, Warlock, and Sniper. So, bans are pretty similar to what they were in the past days. We've seen Bloody Nine. He played an amazing Puck in their series yesterday. And then Lifestealer was played by Hijack a couple times yesterday, and they want to get that out of the way. For the side of Alpha Pro, their picks are Swardar and Elder Titan, while Team Red has gone with the Luna, Shadow Demon, and Sand King. So in terms of lockdown right now for Alpha Pro Gaming, they've got their offlaner Swardar, they've got their support Elder Titan, and you want to be able to line up these stuns, get yourself Slithering Crush in there, Echo Stomp with that Astral Spirit from the Elder Titan, and then work with your mid and core carry to take down the side of Team Red. So we take a look at Team Red. They've got the Luna, they've got the Shadow Demon. They're liking the 6.89 draft style. Then they've picked up the Sand King. So Luna going to be in that safe lane with Shadow Demon. And Sand King most likely going to be in the off lane. Just trying to farm away, get himself that early blink. Maybe head towards an Ags in that 3 position. And now they need their mid and another support yet to come. So Alpha Pro Gaming, they've got Swardar, they've got Elder Titan. So offlane and a support, they're looking for more. They're looking to grab themselves another support, and as well, they're looking for that safe laner and their mid. So they're going to pick up Disruptor, which is a solid pick. You can line up that Glimpse back with an Echo Stomp, get the Kinetic Field up there, Static Storm as well, so you can't get out. Line that up with a Swardar that has a Blink with the Slithering Crush and the Amplified Damage, and then the rest of your cores can take care of business and take out the side of Team Red. Of course, you want to be able to take out the Shadow Demon so Disruption doesn't disturb that entire combo. So, we're looking at 4th pick for both sides. Team Red, they're up right now. They've got 2 of their cores. We'll probably be expecting another support to come out for them. And the Warlock's already banned out, but that's really the only support Warlock also can play in that core role. So there's definitely a lot of options coming out for the side of Team Red. They've got the Shadow Demon, which maybe makes me think that they could go with the Mirana even in the mid role. Get the Mirana picked up, Disruption, Arrow, line that up, even with a Burrow Strike, and Team Red can make something of that lineup. But instead, they're going to go with the 4th pick, Pudge, and that's probably a roaming Pudge, not a mid Pudge, which means you line up the Burrow Strikes, you line up the Disruptions, you've got a Pudge that can get in there, get the hooks, get the Dismember, and line up a couple of kills for the side of Team Red. So Alpha Pro Gaming, they're now looking with this Legion Commander at a lineup that involves Swardar, Legion, Elder Titan, Disruptor, and Legion not going to be in that off lane. Probably going to be in the safe lane. I can't imagine a Legion going to go mid or even jungle with Elder Titan and Disruptor already picked up. But we'll have to see what Alpha Pro really do choose to do with that Legion in that 4th pick. So OD gets banned out. They do think that Alpha Pro is not rolling that Legion in the mid lane, which is what I'm thinking too. Legion safe lane, which is not terrible, but it's definitely interesting to see Pudge Legion get picked up after a Pudge, because you can immediately get hooked out of that duel, make it hard for you to get dual damage, especially with the Disruption there as well. It's, to me, maybe not the best pick for Alpha Pro Gaming to go with that Legion Commander. I think there's a lot stopping that Legion from getting dual damage, which can definitely become a problem later on if this Legion doesn't get anything in terms of dual damage. So last ban comes out for Alpha Pro Gaming. It's going to be the Ursa. And Ursa's a solid choice. Ursa can go into the mid lane and make it difficult for whoever Alpha Pro is going to go with. So you want to be able to nuke down anybody who you duel quite quickly. So you need a mid that can do that, and Timbersaw with the duel, Whirling Death, Timber Chain, Chakram is the perfect abilities to really do so and help that Legion Commander end up getting some of these duels. So we've got Sardar, Elder Titan, Disruptor, Legion Commander, Timbersaw for the side of Alpha Pro Gaming, and last pick's going to come out for Team Red. Gotta see what they're going to do here with the Sand King in the offlane, Luna safe lane, Pudge roaming. And we'll see what they want to do in terms of a last pick for mid, now knowing that you're going up against a Timbersaw. So you need someone who can kind of stay back from the Timbersaw, not really eat Timber Chains and Whirling Deaths while you're standing in the mid lane. So, you know, you need someone with a bit of range. Puck already banned out, Sniper banned out previously, and now that OD banned out by Team Red as well. Have to see what they do mid. Maybe something like a TA could come out. Or Juggernaut. Alright. So, Juggernaut, Pudge, Sand King, Shadow Demon, Luna for Team Red. Timbersaw, Legion Commander, Disruptor, Elder Titan, Sardar for Alpha Pro Gaming. So a full 5-man smoke coming out from Team Red immediately. And following that up, we'll get a pause from Sardar. So Jenkins, he's going to move up with this ward, probably place it right around the pole camp over here, block the camp, block the poles, and grant himself some easy vision right by these trees if he does come to gank up top. So definitely have to see how they play that out, and should see Jenkins place it right around there. Does grant him vision of the pole camp, does get him vision into the lane a little bit, so could set up for a couple of picks really early for Jenkins. So we've got Jenkins on that Pudge, Monster on the Sand King, Bloody 9 on that Jug. He was the one playing Puck yesterday, doing a very fantastic job. Ryu is going to be on that Shadow Demon, and then Annihilate is on that Luna. For the other side, Alpha Pro, Hijack's going to be on that safe lane Legion Commander. Don Bruno back on the Elder Titan today. Nito with the Disruptor. Trader Zera with the off lane, Sardar, and then mid is Yasuki with that Timbersaw. And there doesn't look to appear to be much aggression coming out from the side of Alpha Pro or Team Red. But Hijack, he's going to be spotted here, and there are 3 around for Team Red, so he really needs to be careful. Here comes the Rot, so no hook. He's just going to get that slow for now. Monster looking for the Bird Strike, is going to land it. Blade Fury coming out from Bloody 9, and now it's going to be enough to get themselves first blood on that Legion Commander. Bloody 9 does get the first blood. He'll go back mid now with a huge advantage over this Timbersaw, as he sits 1-0, and this Legion Commander takes overwhelming odds first. So overwhelming odds in that safe lane. Not going to have press the attack
I'll take your tribute
for that health regen or the purge. Thanks, purge. So you've got Bloody 9 here as well as Ryu. And I don't think Ryu is really going to do much babysitting in this mid lane. It's not really too necessary. Don Bruno is going to come through. He's looking for a ward that's around, but I think that's just out of range. Meanwhile, Nito is going to find his demise up top as Jenkins finds yet another kill. 2-0 already for Team Red. Now I'm checking out distances on these wards, and all of a sudden, Team Red, they're getting themselves another kill. So already 2-0. Alpha Pro not in too much trouble. It's only a minute in. They can always make it up with the farm in lanes. But this does give a huge advantage in this offlane up top for both the Sand King and Jenkins. So we take a look at these lanes. Trader Zera up against Annihilate and Ryu. It could be a hard lane for Trader Zera if he's not too careful. Disruption into Lucent Beam, and actually just gonna Lucent Beam a creep while Ryu just harasses Trader Zera. So thought they might go in there, not gonna find a disruption at all. No Lucent Beam comes out either, so not too much aggression. As for this mid lane, I actually do think that ward was enough. So Monster, he's sitting here 3-1, not having the best of times. Nito now up here with Hijack and Don Bruno. So Monster's got 2 in that Burrow Strike. He's going to elect to Burrow Strike Hijack. But now he's out of mana and not too sure what they want to do past all that. Don Bruno looking for the Echo Stomp. Going to get stopped by that hook. He's got the rod. A couple more ticks. He should go down. And that'll be it. Now Hijack might be in a little bit of trouble. Monster does have that Mango if he wants to go in with the Burrow Strike. Has a salve as well if he wants to heal up. Caustic Finale is slowing him down. And Hijack just going to eat that salve, as will Monster. And they will back off. So Jenkins, he's still showing himself, not too sure he wants to be that far up, and that's the Thunder Strike as well as the overwhelming odds getting the kill on Jenkins. And now Monster might be in a little bit of trouble as the Echo Stomp does hit, and he'll have to Burrow Strike to find himself an escape. Meanwhile, down low, Ryu does find himself another kill, this time on Trader Zera. So 4-1 early on, 3 minutes in. We take a look over mid. And Yasuki is 18-5, 13-1 for Bloody 9. He's trying to keep up in farm. He's trying to push Yasuki out with that Blade Fury. But he's got to hope that that doesn't get him into too much trouble with Don Bruno looking to make a rotation eventually to help out Yasuki. And he's not making a rotation just yet. But if you just use that Blade Fury to kind of get himself some last hits, he might find himself in a little bit of trouble. So Nito goes all the way back to base. Does have a TP to get back in a lane. We take a look down low. Ryu has found himself 1 in Disruption and 1 in Soul Catcher. So see if they line that up for another Lucent Beam with Annihilate to get another kill down low. So Jenkins is here in the mid lane. He uses that healing word. Bloody 9 going to go in with this Blade Fury. Now Yasuki's going to get spotted. And Jenkins, he's here trying to get a kill on Yasuki. Timber Chain might be far enough. The hook comes in on the creep. And now Jenkins, he's going to have to run away with 5 health, as just barely getting away is Yasuki. So it just does not work out for the side of Team Red on that gank mid. Almost had it. The hook had to be on the money. And he just hooks himself a creep. Casually walks it off with 5 health and goes back to that shrine. So Monster, he's here. Hijack salving up again and immediately going to get hit by that Burrow Strike. So down to half health. Thunder Strike comes out. They might be able to get themselves a kill on Monster. He doesn't have a Mango to eat up, so he's a couple shots away. They want to hold this for Hijack, and he will get glimpsed back now. He does have Burrow Strike, but it won't be enough. Nito will get credit for that kill on Monster, and Hijack does have a shared Tango, so he'll heal up and have himself some easy farm in lane. Meanwhile, up top, we do see the Soul Catcher as well as the Disruption. Jenkins looking for the hook. Don Bruno stuck in the rot. And now with that hook, Jenkins will find himself yet another kill at 2-1-2. So Tranquils comes out for this Pudge. We take a look over at Annihilate. He's got himself those treads, looking for a Wraith Band of his own. Probably going to get that Aqua. He's farming pretty well at 30-12. Not as well as his mid counterpart, Bloody 9, who's now above Yasuki. Monster trying to get himself a kill on Hijack. If he does spot him out with that Burrow Strike, it might be enough. Caustic Finale takes him down all the way to 40 health, but there comes the Echo Stomp. He's now surrounded by 3 heroes, but Hijack just has to get out. They might be able to kill Monster, just the 2 of them, Nito and Don Bruno, trying to run away. Burrow Strikes out of range just for the moment. Now he's out of mana, and now this is trouble. but here comes Jenkins. Jenkins might be able to clean up, and he misses the hook, so now he's got to run. So here comes the TP back in from Yasuki. Jenkins in a whole world of hurt as he gets hit by that Whirling Death and the Chakram, and a kill goes the way of Yasuki. Jenkins kind of gets caught out there once he misses that hook. So it doesn't exactly go to plan for Team Red, and now it's 5-4. We take a look at the net worth about 7 minutes in. It's 2,000 in their favor, but they could have pulled a little bit further ahead had they been a bit more careful. So Ryu is here with Disruption level 2 and Soul Catcher as well. Ryu is making the rotation over to mid. That courier is pretty low. Not going to be able to get it. And Yasuki is here now with Nito. Nito Jenkins just hooks to the low ground. Nito. Kinetic Field is going to block them out for now, but they found themselves one. Trader Zero is going to come around the bend, but he's going to be hit up by that Disruption. Now trying to trace down Ryu. Jenkins is here. The Omni Slash comes through on Yasuki. Only going to hit 3 times and really not doing all too much. There's the Healing Word. Trader Zero immediately going to kill that. They're looking for the Echo Stop. He's got the Astral Spirit, but he's not going to be able to throw it. So they get the hook, they get Nito. They don't lose anybody in return, but a bit of an awkward fight for both teams, and they don't find anything more after the 1 kill on the Disruptor. So top of the net worth is that Juggernaut. Next up is the Luna, and we take a look over at Annihilate. He's trying to push down this tower, has himself that headdress, looking for the Helm of the Dominator early on. And we'll see Trader Zera, he's not saving up for that blink just yet, and the earlier they get that blink, the better off they'll be. They've got the Blade Fury coming in on Yasuki. He will fall to Jenkins, Monster, Ryu, and Bloody 9. Nito might be in a little bit of trouble. He gets glimpsed back. Here comes the duel on Monster. A couple more seconds should get him the duel damage, and it will as the Echo Stomp comes in on 3. Jenkins trying to push them back with that rot. Not going to find anything just yet. The Blade Fury's not coming out. And Bloody 9 just going to try and turn around with the Healing Ward. Meanwhile, Slithering Crush comes out from Trader Zera. And he will get a kill on Ryu. They're looking for the Echo Stomp to stop Bloody 9, and they will. They don't have a Shrine just yet. They take out that Healing Ward. Blade Fury comes out from Bloody 9, but he's surrounded by the entire side of Alpha Pro, only with a couple ticks of health left. Hijack trying to get himself a kill. There's a Kinetic Field. Overwhelming odds thrown over the trees. And again, Hijack will find another kill. Now with 1, and 4. He didn't actually get that kill up top on Jenkins. That was Yasuki. So he only has 1 kill. But he gets another one for the team. Monster comes through with a nice Burrow Strike. 3 in Caustic Finale. That'll slow and pop Nito pretty well. They're looking for the Echo Stomp. Avoided by Monster. Monster's still looking for a Burrow Strike if he can find it. It is up in just a moment, but I don't think he's going to be able to run after Nito. Especially with this Shrine, he might have found himself in a really poor spot. Both Don Bruno and Nito are getting healed up by that Shrine, and Monster will have to run away as that Thunder Strike is starting to take damage on him. Take a look up top. Annihilate might be in a little bit of trouble. Here comes the Eclipse raining down on Yasuki and Hijack. Hijack trying to survive. A couple more shots. He is going to survive, just running away, and now Annihilate's the one getting turned on. His Trader Zera hits that Slithering Crush. He's got the amplified damage out on Annihilate, who will kill himself to tower, but 3 get credit for that kill, and they will also get the deny on this tower up top. So it is just falling apart here for Team Red in the early goings, as they had quite the advantage after going up 4-1. But now it is just piss poor, as now they lose Ryu as well in the opponent's jungle. So at least Bloody 9 will find himself a tower, but now he gets hit by the Slithering Crush as well as the Echo Stomp. Here comes the Earth Splitter coming through. It will hit. He's got the amplified damage on him from Trader Zera. There's the Blade Fury trying to run away from the side of Alpha Pro. Ryu Dota is here. Gets the Disruption, as well as the Soul Catcher out on Don Bruno, but not really going to do all too much to the side of Alpha Pro in deterring them. And Don Bruno, he might actually fall. Meanwhile, Jenkins has himself a hook, as well as a Dismember on Nito up top in the river. Trying to find a kill. Well, we'll find it out on Nito, and now they're trying to run at Yasuki, who gets hit by that Lucent Beam. Now he's disrupted and hooked by Jenkins. They will lock him up for just a moment, and Ryu will get credit for the kill. So 9-9, and if you're a better of first to 10 kills, no matter what team you're on, you are quite worried. You've been through quite the heart attack if you had it on Team Red as well, as you were up 4-1 in the early goings. So now they're going to use the disruption to push this top tower, which was never denied by the disruptor, who was denying it. Now we see Monster. It might go the way of Alpha Pro. They're trying to get Monster. There's the duel, and there will be the first to 10 kills. More duel damage comes the way of Hijack, now 20 over the span of 12 minutes. And it's 10-9 Alpha Pro. We take another look at that net worth. Red, they do have it by 5,000, but at the same time, they're only up 2,000 on the experience. So Hijack going to try and defend this top tier 2. Jenkins looking for a hook. He does have it level 4. Maybe trying to find Hijack. He will, and now he's got the Dismember. Let's see if the rest of the Team Red kind of comes in on this. There's the Earth Splitter. Hijack trying to get out. He's going to have press the attack as well as overwhelming odds. Static Storm comes in with Kinetic Field out on Jenkins. He'll finally fall. Don Bruno in a bit of trouble. One more shot. He'll find his demise to annihilate. They get the disruption out on Trader Zero, who's trying to get himself a stun, but the Centaur will stun instead. He will get a Slither and Crush off, but it will not save him from Ryudota getting the kill. So with those 2 kills, it looks as though Team Red should be able to grab this top tier 2 with some ease, as nobody's looking to contest on the side of Alpha Pro, and maybe they look to push the tier 3, especially with the illusions they're getting from Ryu. So 3 are up top for Alpha Pro. But it doesn't look as though they're pushing out too far. It's just Nito and Don Bruno. We took a look over at this Juggernaut. Has that Yasha. Took a first point in that talent tree, grabbing himself 20 damage. We take a look over at Annihilate. He's grabbing himself plus 15 damage as they look to push this tier 2 mid. We take a look over top. Hijack is here. Monster on the bend with Jenkins. He's setting up that epicenter. There's the blink in with the Burrow Strike as well as the Rot, trying to get himself out with press the attack, but not going to be enough as Jenkins gets the kill on Hijack, and they do get themselves a really, really beneficial pickoff. They kind of made that look easy despite using the Epicenter and Dismember. 2 abilities not on the worst of cooldowns. 90 seconds. Monster, where are you right now? As he does avoid that Echo Stomp. Surprisingly so with that Burrow Strike. So we take a look. Annihilate continuing to push this bottom tier 2. They've got it down to about 3/4 health. Hijack's here, maybe trying to stop this push. It's going to be pretty tough. Overwhelming odds is there. But he's getting hit by these illusions as well as the glaives. And Omnislash comes out. Hijack's dead again. Lucent Beam flies through on Yasuki. Gets the stun from the Centaur with Eclipse following through. And he will find yet another kill. The Earth Splitter off the mark. And now it looks as though Don Bruno is going to be the next to fall. Monster coming in. They're trying to glimpse him back. Bloody Nine comes through with the Blade Fury. And they get 3 for a trade of none. Oh, hook just off the mark on Nito. And they do take that tier 2 bottom and continue to work on this tier 3. So there's the hook on Nito. They'll find yet another kill. Jenkins, very solid with this Pudge. And they'll grab this tier 3, and with the glaives bouncing around, it should be an easy Rax for the side of Team Red, who lead 16-11, as well as over 10,000 on that net worth, especially now taking these racks down low. So we take a look back at this. Luna does have that Dragon Lance, and as well as that Helm of the Dominator monster here with the Blink Arcane Boots. Really just needs that Blink and has done well with it already. Bloody 9 here with the Yasha. He's trying to find himself an early Mantis style and has just about enough money for it with buyback, but he actually does. Buyback is enough, and there's the overwhelming odds with the Blink, Silver, and Crush, and when the glimpse back on Bloody 9 actually brings him closer to the fight, they're looking for a kill on Trader's Error. They're going to hit down on him. There's the Static Storm with the Kinetic Field and the Echo Stomp. It's going to slow down too. They're going to get themselves the dual kill, but here comes the Burrow Strike with the Epicenter. Hijack very low, and Yasuki's going to get hooked out by Jenkins. He's going to get taken down, as well as Ryu going to get a kill on Hijack. Bloody 9's going to be killed by Nito. Don Bruno very low. Jenkins just trying to run up, maybe get himself a hook. There's the Kinetic Field, and the hook does connect, and they get themselves a 4th. So Alpha Pro gonna lose 4. They get Bloody 9, but that's it. And it is not looking good at all for Alpha Pro, as they're about to lose their Tier 2 mid. This will be their last outer tower, and Shrines will be available to be taken down on the outside. Again, though, just look towards this mid-tier 3. TP's coming in from Hijack. I'm not too certain what he wants to do, especially with Eclipse up for Annihilate. He'll just show it. He'll take out Hijack. Hijack's dead for 30 seconds. Ryu going to get that disruption, so he's got the illusions just bouncing around these glaives. Trader's Error in a whole bunch of trouble. A couple more shots will be enough. Soulcatcher is there, and down he'll fall as Ryu gets another kill. Yasuki going to be the next one to drop as Annihilate gets another and another with Don Bruno, and immediately following, Alpha Pro will call GG, and Game 1 will go the way of Team Red. So they are one game away from winning this closed qualifier over Alpha Pro. And it was quite an impressive game from the likes of Team Red. Alpha Pro, they're going to have to look back at the drawing board for Game 2. And we will be back with that Game 2 in just a moment. Thanks for watching. I am your caster, BCop, at BCop92 on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter to know when I'm casting. We'll be back in just a moment. Thanks again.